This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. I am back with another installment of the Squish today. We're building another tiny house using the Sims 4 Cottage Living expansion pack. Thank you so much to the EA Game Changers program for allowing me early access. Due to that early access, you're going to see my name popping all around the screen. And also, this is not final footage, so there might be some things that change before release. But with that being said, I am getting very quickly close to the final roof line for this house. I wanted to build a tiny house for a gardener in the downtown area. And I think this is the only build I did with my early access that isn't a thatched roof. So I was kind of excited about that because, you know, all the other ones I really wanted to explore with that. So this one is a little bit different than the other two. And I really love how this came out. It's just a small cottage downtown. It ends up having an area outside for some gardening. And I also used a lot of the red swatches from the new windows and doors, and I just think it came out really pretty in the end. It does end up only being a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom tiny house, and it comes in at 29,554 simoleons. And this is what it looks like on the shape. I really enjoyed adding these like little awning pieces, but actually hiding them under the roof just so you have the decorative front piece. I thought that looked really nice, and I'm also using some platforms out front to get into the house and also have like an outdoor space. I wasn't exactly sure which wallpaper I wanted to use, so you can see me flipping through quite a few of them right now. But it does end up being a cobblestone house and having, like I mentioned, a red front door and some like red windows and stuff. And that little awning piece over the door ends up being red as well, I'm pretty sure. I just thought it was a really fun color scheme. I wanted to experiment here and make it a little bit quirky and colorful at first. I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to go with, so I experimented. We have like some brighter flower boxes right now. I liked the color of the flowers in them, but I'm pretty sure those do change in the end as well. And I definitely wanted to cover this cottage in lots of vines and wisteria, and I think it ended up looking really cute in the end. I also added this little gardening table thing that we got. It's like the garden shop downtown that is ran by the Crimplebottoms. You can also place it in build by mode, and it works like most stalls do, where you have to like hire somebody to work there. So it's not the most amazing thing for gameplay, but I thought it was a cute addition to this lot, so I did place that down, and also I wanted to see how it worked. Here you can see I'm deciding on some of the red. I really liked the red gate for this fence. That fenced off area is going to be where I have a couple of the different like garden plots that we got with this pack. And I'm also using a ton of debug here. You can see I have a couple of planters out front. I'm going to be filling up with flowers. I also have this barrel of flowers, and I'm just grabbing all sorts of stuff from that catalog and trying to make this space very, I guess, full of different gardening materials and plants. So we're adding some rose bushes in here, which I thought were really pretty. Some other trees and stuff around the property. I didn't want the space to look too overgrown because it didn't make sense with the downtown space, but I wanted it to look natural and really represent the idea I had of somebody who was really into gardening, living here, and probably making some of their own things and selling them to the community. So I really hope you guys like how this came out. I had a lot of fun with this. I really wish I had more time with this pack because I didn't have a lot of time to build like some bigger things, but I think it's okay in the end because when I get access to it again, I will also have access to all of the other packs, so I can probably do some cooler, bigger builds, having access to absolutely everything. I don't know when that's going to be yet. I'm assuming pretty close to when it's released. But I will let you guys know. And of course, if you have any suggestions of builds you'd like to see, do let me know. I definitely want to do some apartments with the new items that we got. And I just have lots of ideas. I'm very excited about it. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But we're just working on some more landscaping here. I also ended up using this base game debug gate at the front of the property. I thought it looked nice. There's like this staircase leading directly up to this area. So I thought having a little bit of a gate to block that off looked quite nice. And then moving the garden stall to the edge so you're not really coming onto the property to interact with that. So I liked that. I thought it was really cute. Speaking of me asking you guys like what sort of builds you guys want to see and mentioning I didn't do too many bigger builds. I have one more build to share with you guys after this one that is from my early access footage. And then after that, I don't have any more. So I have this one, and I should be uploading another one tomorrow. They're both on the smaller side, but I do like how they both came out, so that is fun. But we're inside now. I just quickly put the floor plan together. Like I mentioned, it is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, so it's a very simple, small floor plan, and we are in the kitchen here. I went for a yellow color scheme in here. I was just trying to use one of the swatches I hadn't used before, and I wanted this to be like bright and cheerful for a gardener, so that is what I went with. I'm not sure if I like it in this sense. Like, I like this swatch. I love that it has the wooden countertops. I just feel like maybe if I had access to other packs, I could have made this kitchen look a little bit nicer. But I do really, really like this particular swatch. I'm just feeling like it would have looked better with a different swatch with the items we currently have in the game, just base game and cottage living. But you know, it is what it is. I added a rose in here, some pumpkins, a bunch of seeds, a mushroom. I wanted it to look like, you know, we gathered some items from the garden and they're in the kitchen right now. We're going to be prepping them for something, or just washing things before we put them out for sale. I liked the idea, and so I thought it looked cute. I love that you can grab all of the different crops and stuff out of the debug catalog. It made it so decorating was a lot easier. Also got like a teapot in here, this little egg basket, trash can, some soil, you know, all of the things. Also, I made sure to include one of the fireplaces in here. It makes this room incredibly squishy, but it is a tiny house. I don't know how many tiles it is because I didn't have tiny living installed, but I'm pretty sure it still qualifies as a tiny house. Yeah, it's probably a tier 2, I'm assuming. It could be tier 3, but it's definitely not the smallest one. I'm pretty confident that this is not under 32 tiles, especially with this outdoor space that I added that is on platforms. But I do have like a bench outside and some planter boxes as well. So in addition to planting in the garden space, there are some boxes. I also have one of those little stalls from the competitions. I just thought it looked cute out there. And I do go for a red and green color scheme, which has been something I go for a lot with this pack because we got so many things in those particular swatches and they're so pretty. I can't remember if I changed the swatch of the side door to also be red to match or if I left that one beige. I think it works either way, but I really liked the red door. So I'm very curious if that was a mistake or if I did that intentionally and if I change it. I couldn't tell you. But just adding some painting, some flowers by the door, a little clock, and then deciding to get a TV up here. This is when I discovered this trick I've mentioned a couple of times that the TV fits perfectly through there. I was incredibly, incredibly excited about that because adding TVs to fireplaces is something a lot of us have always done, but you either have to use one that's not wall mounted and hope that nobody notices that it's floating or the stand kind of doesn't make sense, or you have to delete the wall and like try and raise it up to the right spot and then add the wall back. So having one that you don't have to do all of that with, it just snaps to the right spot is so wonderful. Anyway, I talked over the bathroom, all your basic bathroom things in here. I've been making a lot of bathrooms with this pack that just have a tub because we got a new tub but not a new shower with this pack, and so I want to use the new thing, but I don't typically do bathrooms like that, but you know what? It's fine. This room ends up being kind of busy between the wallpaper and the bedspread. It's a lot, but I really like the color scheme in here. It's very pink and pretty. I think this is one of my new favorite beds. We just got a bunch of we got a bunch of nice beds that came with Dream Home Decorator, and I love one of the double beds from that. And now we have this double bed, and how am I supposed to use older beds now that we have all these newer beds that are so nice? I love them so much. But just back outside now, adding some last minute landscaping, some more wisteria, and some more vines. And then we're going to be heading on into screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you have not already. And if you click that bell, you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.